Felicitations, foolish mortals. I have returned on this momentous day, the anniversary of my arrival onto this internet platform, in order to bring you more wonderful D-Gen content. Today, I will take you on a journey through my favorite cultured manga, authored by the great and powerful Shindo. I present to you... No, not that one. No, not that one. This one. Unfortunately, this manga is old enough to only have 5 digits, so we'll have to make this episode 5 digits in 5 minutes, I guess. Yeah. Now, Shindo is famous for the Metamorphosis manga, more infamously known as 177013. And while that manga does tell a more emotionally wrenching and compelling story, its infamy largely stems from the fact that its literary quality and subject matter are largely antithetical to what people generally seek out in doujins. Wait. I thought this was about TSF Monogatari. Much like its controversial sibling, TSF Monogatari also engages with sensitive and dark themes of non-consensual fornication, the sale of one's body's identity in both metaphysical as well as gender sense, and what defines love. Conversely to Metamorphosis, however, TSF handles the themes in a more over-the-top and unrealistic way, as well as having a positive outcome for the protagonist and friend. It also engages with some of the more absurdist themes present in Japanese doujin content. Overall, it's a more palatable and personally satisfying read than the likes of Metamorphosis, and therefore, while not being as profound, provides a more enjoyable reading experience for the reader. But what is TSF Monogatari about? Well, it follows the story of Takumi, a young man who, after suffering a fatal accident, is only able to be saved through an experimental medical procedure. This procedure saved his life, but removed his member, and gave him 2 new large assets by turning him into a girl. I hope that was obvious. Takumi is initially set to go back to his, her old lifestyle, but quickly finds herself being oogled at and eventually harassed by her former friends and classmates. To make things worse, this has the unintended consequence of Takumi discovering a terrible side effect of her experimental procedure. Her erogenous zones have expanded to encompass her whole body, and her drive has been set to max, making encounters like this euphoric and addictive to her. At the same time, Takumi befriends Szk'krrj, a female classmate who's taken to teaching Takumi how to be a girl 101, while also searching for a way into his/her pants and heart. Unfortunately, Takumi experiences all the good and all the bad that comes with being a young lady in Japan, including the unscrupulous behavior of ugly bastards on a train car. As she experiences more and more in her new life, she also learns through Szk'krrj's tutelage that she is indeed fully a woman, and is capable of even reproduction, and thus a slave to the monthly. With this stage set, Takumi begins to fall victim to the pleasures of her new body, distancing herself from those that care about her and diving headfirst into the fullest depravity a woman can experience. Szk'krrj also mysteriously falls ill and leaves school, leaving Takumi alone and unfettered in her pursuit of pleasure. Eventually, Takumi's depravity catches up with her becoming pregnant with an unknown father's child and craving both more pleasure and funds. We then cut to months later. Takumi is sporting a baby bump and soliciting anyone and everyone into allowing her to provide them pleasure. However, a mysterious donor offers a generous amount to have Takumi come. She is brought to a luxury hotel to face her latest client. Entering a door, she is presented not with a rich CEO, nor an ugly bastard, but the face of her old friend, Szk'krrj. Ashamed and mortified at the idea of her mentor and friends seeing them like this, Takumi retreats, but is ushered in by Szk'krrj, who greets her with open arms. But where has Szk'krrj been? What has she been doing all these months? Well, she has been undergoing the same surgery as Takumi, but her results have been a little more localized. That is to say that below the belt, she's become pretty, They rekindle their passion, and Szk'krrj, giving Takumi a taste of pleasure that stems not only from the physical, but also from the emotional, pledges herself to Szk'krrj. We then cut to their wedding day, where the two wed, and Takumi concludes by saying they have no regrets in their transformation. As a standalone piece, TSF Monogatari is an absurdist and fetishist walk into conveying social messaging in a way that is pleasurable and gratifying to the reader. Through an excellent art style, detailed characters, and an unrealistic but believable storyline and world, Shindo L crafts a masterpiece that provides a reader both gratification of the physical as well as the emotional realms. It is undoubtedly Shindo L's talents that could produce such an excellent work, and it overjoys me that he has expanded upon this interesting, if depraved, world that he has crafted. There is a reason this manga sits as one of the top among its major tags, and a reason it has received such commercial success and spurred so many additional stories from itself. Much like Takumi themselves, the reader will find themselves transformed by reading this manga. So there it is, my favorite cultured manga. What do you think about it? Are my takes scalding hot, ice cold, cringe? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, remember to accept your cringe and stay poggers. Its infamy largely stems from the fact that it is nor does it make them the central focus. It is a much more character-driven story, one focused on Takumi and their mentals. That's hard to say. An excellent antithesis to fuck.